we have another lovely day ahead of us, and tomorrow is a special day too. So you're going to get to do some divine feminine, divine masculine. One, for those of you who are 5D mystics in the Enlightenment Soul Age group, I know you have a great relationship with your actual oversoul. So the divine masculines out there, if you're a divine feminine, if you're a divine masculine, then you're divine feminines. But for purposes of the content here, we're going to do it this way. It's important to note that the way that I organize things is for the community of IHP. So it's obviously never, ever, ever, ever set in stone. You don't need to tell grown-ups that, but sometimes I'm reminded to make sure to do that. Also, woo-woo, pseudoscience for the people who don't like self-help. They think of it as crap, or what else is it? That's right, woo-woo, because they don't have the mystic experience. And that's okay, because, the academics are looking into the hard problem of consciousness. So those of us who are within the sphere of the 5D collective actually enjoy all that is academia. And we're okay with people using words when they don't have integration of the brain. So integration of the brain is when your right and left mode work together and you will have consciousness available to you. Now, I can explain it thanks to my courses, particularly lovely Daniel Siegel's Mindsight Institute Interpersonal Neurobiology Framework. So I know how my brain works, and I get to share with you all the subjective experience of a whole 3-year-old heart. And if you want to get here too, of course, there's the inner growth mindset and all of the IHP content. It is a fun day for those of us who are human love narratives, because, there's a lot of people like Patrick McNamara, a neuroscientist, who proves through his research, of course, I'm sure he's still building it because that's where he's in the research room of his own and conducting quantitative data. So there are those of us who do know how learning works, and then there are those who speak and define things in a way that I find quite, the stereotypes, that's right, and generalizations. I'll just use that word. So when it comes to that, let's talk about not genders, but we can talk about genders. I'm a woman, and when it comes to being a person who has consistently sought to get myself where I want to be, you can better bet cultural bias, implicit bias, but I don't actually have any type of ego self that gets offended because I'm an integrated brain. And so again, I work with my child parts. I'm a grown, emotionally mature human being, which is why I can laugh with people. And I know of people that are also in this 5D collective. So I'm coming here to speak to the grown-ups, not the Peter Pans that follow Wendy's or Cusco's. Yeah, that's right, Pacha here. So integration of the brain, thank you, Daniel Siegel, when made visible is kindness and compassion. You will also note, thank you, Stephen Porges, when you're in the green, it means you're in your higher social engagement system, and ventral vagal is that. You will be able to be interacting with another human being independently from their behavior. So when, like Sadhguru says, nasty people, you don't need to react to them. He doesn't know the psych-educational words I do because I love helping people to be their self. And I figured I'd keep learning because education is definitely important, but not superficial, in-depth. So I know about the embodied brain. And I love all the courses that I'm still taking as we speak. And, there's some that I hear people using words, but then again, we have a bunch of Peter Pans out there. So what happens when you're a whole 3-year-old heart and you're an actual adult and you have no shame button? It's because it's called healthy self-worth. And knowing how to explain it makes me really happy because I have an open heart and I have fun in life. And so as I was saying, I'm bicultural. So let me begin. I'm a woman. I went to school. I have a master's. And I'm just going to break it down very simplified. One, the 4D collective has what they have with their divine masculine or masculines or entire oversoul because they are Cuscos. So instead of maturing and becoming their whole 0, 1-year-old, 3-year-old, 7-year-old, their whole basically charged parts, no, it's about you actually learning how to say, wow, I have feelings. Let's talk like adults, shall we? It's called being a functional adult. And when you break down what a secure attachment human being is and a person who actually can own their emotions, so they're not run by them. This is the beauty of being an open-hearted 3-year-old. And being a woman, I love that because the men allow the gender stereotypes to lead. And unfortunately, that makes me, not because I'm smart, it's that impaired bilateral integration equals you have no intimacy with your own inner world. And I, who have my right mode on and my left, though, all hands on deck. My default mode network is down-regulated when I look in your eyes. I have my higher social engagement system online, and I'm not actually thinking with my left mode anything. I'm not making up assumptions. I'm not using gender stereotypes. I'm going to be present. I'm going to be curious, open, accepting, and loving. And I will be attuning. So when I ask you, are you okay? And you lie to me because you're not trusting, there's two equations: shame, blame, fault, revenge. Those are all part of a trauma safety behavior. So it means you don't trust. And when you see men or women or theys out there, I don't know of any theys personally, but I know plenty of women who consistently put into doubt the people that they consistently choose to date. I don't put the men that I have dated into doubt, but I will know if you have closed your heart off, and I will disregard it because of being a grown-up who knows how to take care of my emotional plane. No, because I will know that you don't want to share. And thanks to my 44 years of experience, I've learned two things. If you ask, they will lie. And I don't like liars, but I also notice that they don't even know they're lying. Thank you, Stephen Porges, for the biological rude part and the shame cycle part, and all of the great therapists that help me know what, Daniel Siegel, what impaired bilateral integration does to any people who want to talk about the whole couple and lover things. Yeah, okay, you ain't loving anyone if you don't have a relationship with your own 0-1-year-old attached panicky, 3 to 7 shame submissive, freeze of all ages, flight 11-12, fight 14-15-16. So man, woman, or they, either you're playing out your entire household experience, which, Patrick Tiahan, thanks for being online. He helps childhood trauma survivors to go and get support so they can learn how to love themselves first. Terry Real helps couples who are in a situation. Great people, go check him out. I support the people who like to have fun in life, and therefore we know already about how to love ourselves first, which is why we're not looking outside. No, because outside are a lot of human beings who say, I choose love, and they don't listen to me. Or they say, I don't choose love, and then they go about, so either way, it's not about gender stereotypes. I actually see what I saw as a teenager. And on a day where we're celebrating, not today, it's tomorrow, but I like to celebrate all. However, as a divine feminine and with my own divine masculine, but yes, knowing of divine masculines, what I can say is you can't be a conscious lover. You can't be a lover at all if you don't have access to your own heart because you have impaired bilateral integration. I will notice it because, see, the right mode is all about our nonverbal signals. The part that I'm curious, open, accepting, and loving means that I actually trust you. So when you say to me, no, nothing's wrong, I'm not going to second guess you. One, I thankfully know a thing or two about sayings. Lies have short legs, or what was it? Knots come to the comb. This is an Italian saying. I learned it as a teenager. I got a bunch of people who lied. And their answer was, when I confronted them, because see, when you have actual empowerment, you say, so I'm wondering, why'd you lie? And I learned that the teenagers all had the same answer. I was afraid of rejection. Okay, that makes no sense. I follow Jesus. I forgive. Not because I owe it to you, just it's the right thing to do. We're all flawed. I'm flawed too. Look, I liked to go to school. I would go home from college, get asked religiously again and again and again, when are you getting married? When are you getting married? I don't want to get married. I don't want children. Can you please leave me alone? But I didn't get offended, and I didn't go and make it into a big deal either. There's the part about when you exaggerate one or the other, but I need to remember I was held in a way. Thank you, Mom. And as Terry Real points out, we will hold others the way we were held. So I was held with equanimity and unconditional love. I don't have to work for love. I can be a cockroach and I'm still loved, because that's, again, the Neapolitan Italian mother. They have sayings. Even a cockroach is beautiful to their mother. And women, I love women, but I will not dumb down men. So I've never agreed with, we are the ones who twist the head. No, I ain't turning your head. If you don't know how to turn your own head, you're not a grown up yet. And as you grow up, you know that you're going to be a tango partner with somebody who knows how to open their heart all the way through, which means no attachment wounds, trauma history, And so a person who wants to be self-empowered, have healthy self-worth, these are Pacha handshakes. We talk about this and more. Relationships are really easy. Not trusting each other, well, that's a teenage land for Cusco's squirrels and all of that from the Emperor's New Groove. Tune in.